episode... What episode is it, Amy?
11?
11.
11. Literally can't say 11 without saying
11. You just saying it the same way. If you don't
it's for a niche reference.
If you don't get the reference, just go on YouTube and type in Scottish elevator. I don't even think you need to type in Burniston because it's from the Scottish sketch show Burniston, and it's just 5 minutes off. Funny. That was actually used as when I used to work in the call centre at Sky. That used to be used as like a training video for how people pick up certain accents.
Oh, really? As old as that? I didn't think it was as old as that.
Yeah, it's quite old. Welcome, everyone, to episode 11.
11.
11 of the Hit the Wall podcast. My name's Stuart. Over there, that's Amy.
Hi.
Hi. You don't know where she is. We're just sitting on the couch, chilling. How you feeling?
All right, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good. It's
Perky.
perky, yes. Well, I've had a coffee, and you've had a wee snooze.
Yeah.
So that should certainly help make the podcast great again. Because...
Like America.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, this is our podcast. We speak every week. We talk every week about running. Well, it's mainly what it's supposed to be about. And we're going to start with a bit of running chat, and then we're just going to go into random chat. Thank you to everyone for downloading the podcast so far. We are not quite on target, I don't think, to get the 1,000 before the new year. So we really need people to share far and wide. If you want to just share the podcast with friends, family, anyone who you think might like to listen to this show, please do share it and let them know. Get those downloads, please.
What are you doing with your hand?
What am I doing with my hand?
Yeah.
I'm just tapping my phone.
No, you're when you're talking, you're like doing this emoji. You know that one with the hand, with the thumb and finger?
It must just be a tick or something.
It's like you're posh.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put my point across in a posh way.
They can't see you.
I know, doesn't matter. Right, so we'll start talking about the running because I am almost done the 5k. I'm now on like 28-minute runs, so Sanjeev is properly getting on my wick.
Are you sticking with Sanjeev?
I'm sticking with Sanjeev, but I'm glad that I've almost got rid of him because he just chips in with like unhelpful information. Like today I went for my run, and like 10 minutes in, I'm absolutely knackered, and he just comes on and says, 1 foot in front of the other, you're doing well.
It's motivational.
And then just fucks off again.
Also, if you're knackered after 10 minutes, you're going to have a problem with this marathon.
Yeah, definitely. Well, no, I was actually fine after the actual half hour, because you sort of push through, and after the 28 minutes, I was feeling good, baby.
You push through after you
hit the wall. Name
Set
the
you up there.
podcast. That's why I called it Hit the Wall, because of that
Clever.
term. Yeah, it's like I thought about it. So yeah, doing quite well with that. You okay?
Yeah.
You just look like you were about to fall asleep.
No. Just still trying to wake up.
Still trying to wake up. What was I going to talk about? Running wise, hang on. There was
Well,
something.
you didn't do much this week because of illness played house.
I didn't do a lot this week, no. And I'm feeling a wee bit of the sniffles at the moment. But I'm hoping that it's not really coming to anything big.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, because the kids have had it. Well, one of the kids has had it. And then you had it.
Yep.
It just seems to be how it works.
I think it was me that started it this time.
It was you that started it, yeah.
Did the kids have it?
Did the kids
Didn't really have it.
Did
It was
Blair
more
not have
just
it?
of a sniffle. Just
Yeah.
a runny nose for them.
Yeah.
I was like full on
Which
dying.
is good, because usually this time of year, just remember January this year.
Oh.
I was looking through my photos, and there's a picture that I took specifically because everybody in the house was miserable and looked miserable. We were all choked with the cold, and there's a picture that I took of you and the two kids, and Riley's crying, Blair's crying, and you just look fed up.
I'm also only about 5-6 weeks post birth.
Yeah, exactly.
C-section at this point.
I know. So
And all the pictures of Blair from January, she just looks so pale and like sad.
Yep.
It's like this little newborn. She's meant to feel like being a little yellow, jaundiced, cute little, like, she had like a little tan going on to like just peely-wally.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
It was not a good month.
It wasn't a good month at all. But we got through it, and now we're kind of just
approaching it again.
Yeah, we're just going to have to do it all over again. It's Blair's birthday next week.
It is.
She is 1.
Scary.
Yeah. I've got a question for you. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is one of Blair's birthday presents or if it's a Christmas present. But why the fuck have you bought her a stuffed rabbit?
Because she loves it.
We have an actual rabbit.
I know that she loves.
Yeah.
So?
Why do we need a stuffed one? I was putting toys up the loft today, and you handed me a stuffed rabbit, and I was like,
"Oh, it's not.
Are you being serious?"
Hops in that. Well, she loves it.
So does that one. So does the real one.
But
the real one hops really well. I've seen him.
Expert level. But like that's a silly thing to say because people have dogs, and then kids have toy dogs, like teddy dogs.
Do they?
Yes.
Is that a thing? I don't agree.
I thought it might give Bailey some peace. She can kiss and chase and pull the ears of the fake one as much as she wants.
She does violate that rabbit quite a lot.
He does well. He handles it.
He does handle it. He just sits there and takes it.
Yep.
Which is quite good. But the poor wee rabbit.
So I thought a fake one might deter her from...
That's fine. I just wanted... that was one of the first things I wanted to bring up with you today.
One of the first things. Is there a list, like?
No, there's not actually. Stuffed rabbit, I can tick that one off as dealt with.
Dealt with?
Did you have anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Ice.
Right, so we're moving on to arcs rather quickly.
No, it's not an arc. I told you it's not an arc.
It's not an arc, sorry.
It's just...
Okay, what's your issue with ice?
I don't have an issue with ice. It's not an issue. It's an observation.
What's your observation about ice?
About hoose ice.
Hoose ice?
And non-hoose ice, i.e. restaurant ice, bar ice, McDonald's ice specifically.
Yep.
How come the hoose ice, so the ice for your freezer, and this is whether it comes out the bag that you've bought for £1, or it's the wee trays, the trays of water that you freeze are particularly bad. But once you put it in your drink, you're lucky if you make it from your kitchen to your living room before it's melted.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't last very long, and it's gone.
Yeah.
In a bar or a restaurant, or McDonald's specifically...
Other fast food restaurants are available.
It lasts for ages. McDonald's ice lasts for ages.
Now, I thought it was because it comes out of a machine and there must be some sort of chemical in the machine.
There's definitely has to be a chemical involved. I don't think it's to do with a machine because my mum and dad have got a machine.
Was there not a study done a few years ago about the amount of shit particles that are in McDonald's ice? Maybe it's the shit particles.
I hope it's not that. I haven't actually Googled it. I wanted to research it. Maybe I should do it right now and see.
Maybe you should.
Right, so apparently, according to Dr. Google, a commercial ice maker uses more filtration plus a different way of making ice and is usually between 6 and 10 degrees below zero. It makes harder ice with less air in the water. Clear ice will melt much slower than whitish looking ice.
So it's all to do with how cold it's frozen. Is that right?
I think so.
Oh.
McDonald's uses a type of ice that is made from pure water and formed in a way that makes it more dense and less likely to melt quickly. The larger size and shape of the ice cubes used by McDonald's also help keep it cold for longer.
Well, right, I wanted to talk about something that I'm very, very aware that I used to be one, but I've got an issue with them. Okay?
Okay.
Women. Learner drivers. I drove all the way home last night by myself.
Oh, you're so clever.
There was I just think that learner drivers are annoying, and I know it's unreasonable to think that, but he was driving, or they were driving, on the Calder Road. You know the Calder Road, which is the big, busy sort of single carriageway, but sometimes it's a dual carriageway when the bus lane's shut. Driving that on rush hour. Now, I understand that's not the learner driver's fault. That's the instructor's fault for putting them on that road.
But surely they have to go on these roads if that's the roads they're going to use and it's rush
There's
hour.
plenty of side roads. There's plenty of other roads they can use. Leave the busy roads for the Pass Plus. Is it Pass Plus?
Maybe it was Pass Plus they were doing.
Is that still a thing?
Don't know if it's still a thing.
Well, if they were on their Pass Plus, then they shouldn't have passed their test in the first place, because they were going 5 mile, maybe not 5 mile an hour, but they were definitely going between 10 and 15 mile an hour on this road.
But I find that road scary and confusing, and I've been driving for years. So
it is a scary road, and going on it as a learner driver must be like really, really scary, and I get that, but
so they have to practice it. Is it not better that they practice in the car with a
not when I'm trying to get home?
All right, okay.
after a long day at work.
Didn't realise it was Stuart's Calder Road.
Yes, it's Gidgeon. But yeah.
No, I disagree with you there.
Well,
that's fair.
I just wanted to vent my frustration.
Okay, that's fine. You
Okay.
can, but you're wrong. Did you even talk about running?
I did very, very briefly. There's nothing really more to tell. I'm running longer. I'm feeling good. I didn't run a lot last week, but I'm punishing myself because I'm going for a run tomorrow as well. Because I've basically missed like the last week. I've done a run today. I'm going to do a run tomorrow, and then I'm going to take one day off, and then I'm going to do two runs in a row again, and then I'll be finished.
And that's the 5k finish. So you're up to
That'll
the
be
10k
5k
after
finished,
that.
and then it'll be the 10k.
Exciting.
Yes. I've got another arc, right?
Okay.
And it's something that you know about, that I've spoke about for a while. But I want to put it out there, and it's possibly quite controversial, but I'll say it anyway. Missing person posts.
I know what you're going to say.
Now, obviously, it's harrowing having a missing person part of
Harrowing.
Harrowing. It must be. But why do most of the time, well, maybe not most of the time, but I would say half the time, the pictures that they use are really old. Or they're not really old, they're just awful, like they're taking it at a really bad angle. If you're really wanting to find your missing whatever it is, whatever relation it is, put up a good picture. Because the ones that I've seen, I'd seen one the other day online, and it was a missing older woman. I can't remember where it was, but what they've done is they've taken a photograph off a photograph, and the photograph itself, the actual physical photograph, must have had like scratches on it. So it was all scratchy, it was all blurry, and clearly, because it was a physical photograph, it must have been taken in bloody 19
You're right, they're always terrible.
Yeah.
They're always like, I've seen ones with like Snapchat filters over the top of them. Like, not like just the filters that make you look more pretty. Like actual like dog face
and cat faces. Yeah.
Please help us find Leanne from Staonyburn. This is what she looks like
when she's a cat. Just it's happened a few times, but I've got a theory.
Right.
And this is where it gets quite controversial, right? I think that the reason why the people put up bad pictures is they don't want them to be found.
I just think surely you have more photos, and like I get it, like in the moment you need to access pictures quickly.
Yeah.
But surely they know the best pictures you're pulling out, or if it really is all you've got in the moment, and you've got the police are right there saying you need to give us a photo right now. Surely, like later on, you'd phone them back and be like, "Here's a better picture."
Yeah. Aye, I'll email you a better
actual clear picture of the forward facing with no like.
Yeah.
Hat and sunglasses on or anything like that.
Or like covering half covering the face, like some of the kids do these days.
There's some interesting ones.
Yeah.
Definitely. I do agree with you with that one. They are, yes.
Yeah.
That's our controversy of the week.
Yeah.
Controversy of the week.
Remember Harry Hill's TV burp? Did you ever watch that?
Excuse me, coughing again. Is that the one where it was like you've been framed, kind of?
Yeah, he basically trolled through like the week's TV and picked out wee mistakes that were made, or he would make he would make like a funny commentary and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't think there was outtakes as such. It was more just like just saying something like if it was Coronation Street. I'm trying to think how to word this.
Like dubbing, yeah, I do remember it. Like dubbing over the top of it, kind of thing.
He done like a thing where it was a TV highlight of the week, and it was a big flowing sort of graphic that came on TV highlight of the week, and then it would just be something like, it would be like a 2-second
like
clip,
pathetic.
yeah, a soap opera, and then it would then go back to TV highlight of the week. It was funny. I like that show.
Oh, I don't like Harry Hill.
Saturday night TV isn't what it used to be.
No.
Although Gladiators is coming back.
Just hope it's good though, because it came back before and you were all excited about it and it wasn't good.
Yeah, Sky brought it back a few years ago and it was terrible. In fact, I think I actually stopped watching it.
Is it John?
John the referee was in the reboot.
Oh, was he?
The Scottish guy. But I think that was the problem. I think they relied too heavily on nostalgia, because they brought like Wolf back, but he wasn't a gladiator. He was more just like hanging about.
About, because he's like, what now? Like 60.
Aye, he was at the time. Aye, so he wasn't like taking part as such. He was more just like there just for the name, I think. But I cannot wait for Gladiators to come back. It's so good.
But again, is it, or are you just like, sometimes with things I think they need to be left alone.
Yeah.
Because it could be wasted by, like, you're getting your hopes up about something.
Well, I hope so. But what they've done is they've went back to how it was originally filmed. Because when Sky brought it back, they had like a really weird like studio. It's a bit like, have you seen I think Ninja Warrior? I think it's quite a tight packed studio. Whereas the original Gladiators, it was in an arena, and you had like the stands. Massive. Yeah, you had the stands at either side, and then you had the whole sort of bit in the middle for all the sort of games and stuff. That's what they've done with this one. They've made it into an actual arena, which I think will be better.
When is it coming back, please?
Well, it said it was going to be late 2023, but we're now in late 2023.
It's late 2023.
Yeah, unless it's maybe going to be early, maybe January. But Bradley Walsh and what's his son called? Bingo or something?
Barney,
that was it. They're hosting it. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think Bradley's alright.
Yeah, but Barney?
Well, I don't really know that guy.
Just a bit of nepotism about that.
What's I think
it's like getting a job because you know somebody.
But would you know?
Fucking right, aye. Oh, there goes that argument. Right. We were talking a few days ago about, I don't know how it came out, about dream meals.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not stealing from any other type of podcast at all with this idea. But we thought we'd discuss our dream meals. Did you get yours? Did you write yours down, or
no? Because I
have it in your mind?
You told me to. Yes, forgot that you told me.
Okay, but you can probably make it up at the top of your head, though.
Yeah.
So,
can it be from restaurants, or does it have to be just?
So it's a dream. I'm trying to not use the words that the popular podcast uses. It can be your fantasy restaurant.
So I can have anything. If I want a McDonald's starter and a Nando's main in the house,
you can have
dessert.
Anything you
that's fine.
want.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Just clarifying the rules.
Yes. Now you have to start. I'm following slightly the rules of the podcast. You have to start with still or sparkling water, but you haven't.
Still.
100%.
Who drinks sparkling water?
People drink sparkling water.
People are wrong.
Yeah, people are wrong.
Fizzy air.
Have you actually? You have drank it before, eh? Have you drank it by accident before?
Yes, it's the worst.
It is.
My brain doesn't know how to compute. Like, this should be lemonade. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
No.
It's rank.
Fizzy nothing.
It's horrid.
Yeah. Right. So going for still water. I'm happy with tap. If it's a Scottish restaurant.
I've got to say, depends where you are.
Oh, by the way, just a wee side segue into that. That's mental that English water has. Like, I never knew about lime scale. I always knew that, like, it was a thing because I'd heard it on, like, Domestos adverts or Dettol adverts. Like, cleans 99% of lime scale, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then it was only when we were down in England a couple of years ago and staying in a wee cottage and opened the kettle, and there was this white shit inside it. I was like, what's this? And you told me it was lime scale.
What's this?
I said it like that, yeah. What? Emma, what is this? What is this?
Hi, mate. I kind of realised about it more once we had a kid, because a lot of like sterilising and stuff is to do with like hard water. So
Right.
in Scotland it's not as much an issue, like your prep machines and your kettles and stuff, because they don't get lime scale. So
Is that what lime scale is? It like hard water?
No, that's what they have in England. They have hard water. We have soft water.
All right. Lovely water.
Maybe they have more better ice. Maybe they have longer lasting ice. If you live in England and you listen to this, please tell me how long your house ice, that's house ice.
House ice.
That was terrible.
House-ice.
That's a very niche reference, but they will get
That's
that.
a wee in joke. Looking forward to hearing from you, Cara.
How long your house ice lasts in
Yeah.
your drink. And then we should time it
And also just, what are you all about?
with your hard water.
No, just in general, what are you all about? Just the English. What are you all about?
Well, actually, I have a bit of a thing about that. So one of my friends is English, and we were at a Halloween party with the kids, and it was time to duke apples. So for any non-Scottish listeners, duking apples is like when you dump,
Duking.
it's when you dump your face in water and try and bite apples.
Aye.
And so he announces to the room, to the children, does anybody want to do apple bobbing?
Bobbing.
And I announced to the room, very quickly, forgetting that there was children there, we didn't want your English bastard bobbing. It's duking where we're fae.
It is duking. Get it right.
And he said, it's not though, is it? I was like, it is though.
I tried duking for apples with Riley when it was Halloween, and it was much easier when I was wee.
Oh, you tried it?
I tried it.
All right, okay.
Because you know how you set it all up? You set like a wee Halloween thing up in the living room with the purple water, or whatever it was.
Aye. Was
I
it
tried
hard water or soft water?
It was very soft. But
Skin
tasted
felt like
minging.
a dream.
Yeah. I didn't eat any of the apples because they were covered in weird...
They were Poundland
Purple
apples,
water.
to be fair. They looked minging before I
Aye,
put them in the
they were.
water.
They were. They shriveled up really quickly. What were we talking
There's a
about?
sentence.
What was we talking about? Dream meals.
Lime
Aye.
scale is actually... Oh, right, aye.
Lime scale, water, yeah, still or sparkling. So you would go for still water, tap water if it's a restaurant in Scotland.
Aye.
But I would, I would definitely take tap water as a start. So then you've got, what's your dream starter?
Haggis bonbons with sweet chilli sauce.
From any particular place?
No, just good ones.
Just good ones.
The sauce thing can be different because I'd quite like a whiskey sauce as well with them.
You can have 2 dips. You can have 3 dips actually, because some places you can get like 3 dips. In your dream restaurant, you can have 3.
Nah, I think I'm going to go with sweet chilli. I think that's still my original and best because I remember the first time I ever had them.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is amazing. And I don't mind a whiskey sauce, but a sweet chilli is the one for me.
I still have a wee bit of sweet chili PTSD from when
we used to eat sweet chilli sauce all the time.
all the time, and we were in our first flat,
Sweet chilli PTSD.
and they clear up in the morning when you're hungover, and we didn't have a dishwasher, and I had to wash sweet chili sauce out of like loads of plates, and it was just bouffing. So haggis bonbons with sweet chili sauce, yes. I would go. Mine's is quite controversial, right? But I absolutely love it, and it's so simple. A can of tomato soup.
Okay.
Just whatever's in the cupboard. Doesn't have to be. Wait,
Sorry, I was listening. I thought it was a child making a noise.
do I pause?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I think it sticks to it.
A can of tomato soup.
Like a Heinz?
Doesn't have to be Heinz. It can genuinely be. See the Tesco stuff that we've got.
Oh, you love that.
I love that.
You're all about that.
I am all about the Tesco tomato sauce, tomato soup, not tomato sauce. But it has. I have got to have a wee crusty roll, like the wee mini.
A petite pan.
Yeah.
A part bake at home.
Yeah, a small baguette.
They're the best. The part bake ones when they're warm. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, the ones you just put in the oven for like 5 minutes.
Aye.
Yeah. Amazing. So that's my starter.
I do love a petite pan.
Yeah.
Like when you're in a restaurant and like for Christmas dinner and you get them. Oh.
Yes, very good. Okay, so your dream main course. It's the big one.
I'm probably going to go for straight up Nando's.
Yeah?
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings?
Medium now.
See, chicken wings are the worst kind of chicken.
They're not. They're so succulent, soft, and...
But it's not... It's too fiddly.
Nah.
There's too much admin with chicken wings. And it's mostly bone as well. Well, it's not mostly bone, but it's like... I don't think you get value for money with chicken wings.
They're not that expensive.
That's my opinion on chicken wings.
Value for money. I think you do, because you can buy a massive bag, a massive thingy of chicken wings at Tesco for like £3.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try and buy chicken breast, it's like £6 or £7.
Yeah.
So you could, for me, it is value for money.
Mm. Okay.
But anyway, Nando's medium now, because I'm a big brave girl.
Yep.
They did.
You're doing
do
so
a
well.
Churrasco sauce for a while. It was one of their special edition ones. It was like a barbecue, a spicy barbecue, and it was the best.
Yep.
And now it's not there anymore.
Sad.
So I'm a bit gutted. But no, I'm medium. I've went from plain to, and I've worked my way up the ladder.
You've done so well. I'm actually quite proud. Are you thinking of maybe changing to hot?
Well, I think the Churrasco one was hot.
Right.
Because I remember being like, I like the sound of all the ingredients in it, but it was hot.
Yeah.
So I gave it a go, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had hot at home as well. We had a hot marinade,
Yeah.
and it was all right.
Yeah.
So maybe one day. But I've never enjoyed the fact, like, I don't understood how people can enjoy spicy food to the point that they can't taste it and they're like sweating.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen you in some states.
Well, the first time, I think it was our second date. We went to Nando's.
You were trying to be Billy Big Boss.
I was trying to be Billy Big Boss. It's the first time I'd ever been to Nando's, but I sort of liked hot stuff, but not to that extreme.
Me. Sorry. She says as she sits here in her hoodie and Winnie the Pooh socks.
I've never been more attracted to you as I am right now. Yeah, so that was what I tried on our second date. I went for the extra hot with the extra hot sauce.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
And I was sweating.
I was not impressed. I wasn't thinking, oh, this is brilliant. I was thinking, he looks uncomfortable.
I was uncomfortable. But what is it? 13 years later, 12 years later, we're still here.
Yep. And I just love the.
You put up with a big sweaty mess. Thanks for that.
I really want a Nando's. It's an inconvenient thing because
I mean, I'm hungry right now.
When we're off together, we need to get our daughter for nursery at 1, and Nando's isn't open till 12, and it's in a different it's a different town.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever, and she doesn't eat it, so we can't really take her. It's a waste of time.
Need to get a Nando's in Bathgate.
Oh, love a Nando's. Anyway, so yes, peri peri chips, chicken wings, medium for me.
Speaking of Bathgate, my dream main course.
Oh, I know what it is.
Tagliatelle papalina.
From Liberta.
Oh, yeah. I would make one change, though, to it. I would take out the bacon.
Papalina is... You need to tell them what it is, though.
Yeah, so it's a tagliatelle with
I'm so sorry.
like a blue cheese sauce, and it's got bacon and peas through it, and it is absolutely delicious. It's the most amazing thing that I've ever put in my mouth, but I would take out the bacon. I think the bacon's a bit too much.
Are you aching?
Yep.
For some bacon.
I would definitely have that as my dream main course. Side dish.
Oh, we're getting a side dish now.
Yes. So that's your Nando's is your main.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you've got your chips as part of your regular side, and your what else do you have with garlic bread?
Yeah, I'm not fussy with the garlic bread though. If I was on death row, I wouldn't be bothered about that.
Okay. So what would you have as a side dish?
I would have the Miller and Carter lettuce wedge.
Oh, I was going to go for that too.
We told us about someone at my work was going to Miller and Carter, right? And a group of us we're like ranting and raving about how good this lettuce wedge is, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's literally like a quarter of an iceberg lettuce if you've never had it.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's different choices of sauce, and you'll get like different things, whether it's like parmesan or I don't know, bacon bits. Like there's different things that they'll put on it depending on what you've chosen.
Yeah.
So we're all like, oh my god, this is amazing. The steak is amazing. In fact, you're making me think that I would maybe change my main to Milan and Carton in general. Anyway, so we're going on about it. But the lettuce wedge, the side, is the best thing you'll ever have. Like, in terms of, like, salad, you're going to love it.
It's so good.
Anyway, she comes back, and this person at work is quite, like, she doesn't mess about. She just tells you how it is. She was like, it was just fucking lettuce. She's like, you had me all buzzing about, like, the fact that this was going to be the best thing I've ever eaten, and it was just a quarter of fucking lettuce. We were like...
But it's got some good shit on top of it.
So I got brought straight back down to earth for that. But I think it's great.
It goes so well with like the heaviness of the steak and the chips. You've got
such a good idea.
It feels like you're being healthy, but you're actually not because it's just covered in like mayo or
whatever
some kind of sauce.
Chosen,
Oh yeah, that's mine as well.
Love it.
That's my side
What
dish.
one do you have?
Well, the last time I went, I had the blue cheese one for the first time, and that was a bit too much.
You're big on the blue cheese tonight.
Yeah, but there was one. They'd done a ranch and parmesan topping on it once, I'm sure, but I don't need to do it anymore.
I get garlic and parmesan, I think.
I think I might, because I'm going there next month for my work Christmas night out.
Heavy jealous.
I think I'm going to have garlic mayo and parmesan on mine.
I would recommend. It's good.
Oh, can't wait.
Another good side but I wouldn't have it with my chips. We can't have side of chips with chips.
You can.
But no, I'm not having it.
Okay.
Bread meets breads, maple syrup.
Oh my days, sweet potato fries. Oh,
they're something else as well. A combination I would not have thought of.
Yeah.
But they're just literally sweet potato fries soaked in mayo, not mayo, in
maple syrup.
Maple syrup, which again, I was like, I'm not sure about that. But we went in a group of friends, they were having them. Amazing.
Do we have sweet potato fries in the freezer? We don't, do we?
No.
I think I should go to Tesco after this. We want those right now. We don't have maple syrup, but we've got golden syrup. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
They're something else as well for a side. There used to be a restaurant, and I'm gutted that I never got to try it because it shut down, called International Starter.
Oh, you talked about that quite a lot, yeah.
And it sounded like my favourite, like my ideal kind of place, where you just...
So it's like small dishes, isn't it?
Yeah, so just like loads of starters and side dishes as opposed to like a main. Sometimes I'm a bit that.
Just the starters.
Like I want all the wee things.
Like tapas.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just say that we're doing a running podcast and we're sitting here
talking about
we make folk like be
unhealthy
frothing at
food.
the mouth about food and.
Yeah, but that's what the people want to hear. People want to know what we really want to eat.
Yeah.
Right, before we got into dessert, drink. If you were to have a drink with your meal. Now you normally have like a soft drink with your meal, don't you?
Yeah.
But this is the dream restaurant, the fantasy Brazier. Brazier? Is that the name of it? Is that a word for a restaurant?
I don't know. So, I mean, a Barnum and Bailey's for me.
Yep.
From TGI's The Cocktail. It's like a mint ice cream with Bailey's. That's phenomenal. And
that Oreo cookie on top.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. But again, I don't know if I would... That's like more of a dessert drink than a drink. This is weird, but I think it's purely because in my head I know I can't have it again. So it's like... I've like idolised it. Does that make sense? Like, you know, when like you're on holiday and you have something and you're like, I will never have that specific thing again.
Yes.
And you just can't get out of your head how good it was.
My drink's similar.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's weird. So mine is the apple cider from Croatia.
Oh, yeah.
And like it came in like a normal beer size bottle, not like the big cider bottles you get here because they're too much. Like I drink them, but they end up making me feel like, ooh.
Yeah.
But it was just like a really refreshing, crisp apple cider, and it was like a company. I can't even remember.
Was it not Strongbow?
I don't think it was Strongbow, but it was like a normal cup. Maybe Carlin. I don't know. It was somebody that made them that I'd heard of. Can't find it here anywhere. We've tried, looked for them before. Can't find it. To be fair, I don't think here it would be the same as like sitting in a roasting hot like a pebble beach that we had like the little deck chairs on the bar, the beach bar. Like it was probably circumstance more than anything.
Yeah.
But I drank them that whole holiday. I thought they were amazing.
Yeah.
And they were just right. And I wish I could have that again. That or
Vodka and cola.
first alcoholic drink I ever tried, which was a lime Bacardi Breezer.
Oh,
Which they
Bacardi
also don't have anymore.
Breezers.
They're also
Why
phenomenal.
did they stop making them? I love the watermelon ones.
Nah, I never liked watermelon flavour, but
Bring back Bacardi Breezers.
Ken.
And if anybody, if any listeners in Croatia,
I have those ciders.
send over some of that cider that Amy's described. If you can try and guess what she means. I'm sure it was Strongbow.
Well, I've definitely looked for it here, and it's like not the same.
Yeah. Well, mine's is along a similar type of thing, but on honeymoon, when we went on honeymoon, 2017, Dominican Republic, it was towards the end of the holiday, I think, and we decided we would, well, we didn't decide. Our person that was bringing us all our drinks all day, waiter, yes, Miguel, decided to go on his break. But he was very nice and came over and told us that he was going on his break. So we decided to have a break from the pool and then
He would come and tell us when he was going lunch so that we could also go lunch so that we wouldn't miss out. He wasn't like our personal waiter, but he kind of became it.
Yeah.
So it was really, he was like, I'm going on lunch. So he would sometimes bring us a drink before he left, and he was like, I'll be back at this time, so that we could also go.
Yeah.
So that we didn't miss out on him giving us
Legend.
drinks.
Love him. I hope he's okay.
It was great.
So we decided to go to the restaurant which is attached to like the Nickelodeon hotel, because it was like a really posh adult hotel, but there was a Nickelodeon hotel bolted onto the end of it.
It was weird though, you wouldn't have known it was there, it was bizarre. But there was a joint restaurant.
Yeah, and it was quite a cool, trendy, like quite sort of buffet type restaurant. And I had a bottle of white wine, and I think I know what it was, but I don't think I'll ever experience that. I'm doing that again. Yep. I don't think I'll experience how good that wine was. I think I had a whole bottle of it. I think I had like 4 or 5 glasses of it during that lunch.
The lunch break.
In lunch, and it was large glasses. And it was just so crisp and so refreshing and so lovely.
You know what else was good?
I think.
The mudslide cocktails that Miguel used to bring us were excellent on that.
I didn't have a lot of cocktails. I was specifically, because it was all inclusive, and I normally go for beer, but the beer was bouffing on honeymoon.
I've never really been on a holiday with you where you've said the beer's nice.
No. Oh, Bulgaria. Kamenitsa. Tasted like banana. Weird. Okay, so that's the wine from the Dominican Republic. I think it's Vina Sol, which you can get over here, but I've not bought a bottle yet. I'm not going to remember it from 2017, but that's my dream drink.
It's just the circumstances, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And your dream dessert.
So again, it's a really specific type, like banoffee pie. Is the one for me. I will have banoffee pie whenever it's on offer, but I've never emulated it. What is it?
I was looking at my list, sorry, because I forgot what I'd put.
All right, I was going to say, you're not going to pick banoffee pie because you dislike
fruit and desserts.
Weirdo. But yeah, again, one of the first times I ever tried banoffee pie was my mum's friend, Caroline, made it. And it was just like, she made it so good. It was like made with a digestive base, and it was all crumbly, and just like, I can just remember like tasting it like, this is the best thing. It's bananas, it's toffee, it's cream, it's biscuits. It's all in a big mash. I'm loving it. And that, I can remember specifically her banoffee pie being excellent, but in general, I will eat any banoffee pie. There's definitely noises from children above, sorry.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Right.
That's why I keep making faces.
I'm going to pause. Nah, I think you're hearing things, mate. Right, so, are you finished with your dessert?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So mine is, I went for a millionaire shortbread cheesecake.
Oh.
Which I had once. I think I've had it. This is the thing. I don't think I've had specifically millionaire shortbread cheesecake, but I've just kind of thought it up in my mind.
Did I not get you it a few weeks ago?
You might have got it from the cheesecake place in Livingston.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely phenomenal.
It is absolutely phenomenal.
So it's not any. That's quite. It's quite a short one because it's not any specific one. But millionaire shortbread, tick tick tick. Cheesecake, even more ticks. Amazing. That's what I would have.
Perfect.
My dessert. So let's recap. So you would have.
Starving now.
So your dessert, your starter would be. Oh, you would have tap water or still water.
Still water.
With
haggis bonbons.
Haggis bonbons and sweet chili sauce.
Yep.
Nando's chicken wings.
Peri peri chips.
What spice? What level of spice?
Medium.
Peri peri chips, garlic bread.
Yeah, I'm not again. I could take
There's
or leave
extra chips.
Yeah. People do that in Nando's, by the way. That's what they have, is their two sides, chips and chips.
I didn't know you could do that.
Amazing, eh? I had my eyes open to that. Oh!
Well, I do like a wee corn in the cob.
I know we're thinking on time and we're supposed to be recapping, but I had something else that I had my eyes open to the other day.
Uh-huh.
Remember I said, I need to screenshot that to remember it?
Yes.
I've talked about the English language on here before as well, right? But
Uh-huh.
English language thing, why does fridge have a D in it, but refrigerator does not?
Who knows?
And end the podcast there. Leave people thinking.
Bye.
No,
okay. Yeah, I don't
sorry.
know. Yeah.
Blew my mind, that did. I
Yep.
would hate to be learning English as a second language.
Oh, no.
So confusing.
Yeah. But then so's like in another language because you've got all your feminine, masculine and neutral words for the.
Anyway, right, so
then your side dish would be... What was your side dish again?
the lettuce wedge.
Lettuce wedge.
The
from
famous
Miller and
lettuce
Carter
wedge.
with garlic mayo and parmesan.
Yep.
And your dessert is...
Banoffee pie.
And your drink was...
Cider from Croatia.
I would have tap water. My starter is a tin of tomato soup with a mini roasted baguette thing. Baked baguette.
Petite pan.
Petite pan, that's the one. Thank you. Main course. Oh, fuck. What did I go for main course? I went for a tagliatelle papolina without the bacon. Side dish was a lettuce wedge from Miller and Carter. I would probably go for the garlic mayo and parmesan, even though I've not tried that yet, but that sounds amazing. Dessert, millionaire shortbread cheesecake, and the drink would be the white wine from the Nickelodeon restaurant.
There you go.
Right, that has us done 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's long.
Good job I had a nap before this, eh?
Yeah. Just before we do go, I'm not going to go on too much about this because I'm accused quite a lot on this podcast of over explaining things. So
Mansplaining.
yes.
Not just on the podcast, just in life in general.
So
You're a mansplainer.
All I'm going to say is I'm going to be launching very shortly a link to a website called Buy Me a Coffee. If you go to buymeacoffee.com/hitthewallpod, I think it's either that or /hitthewall. I need to double check that, but I'll put it online. Me and Amy do this show every week or as much as we can, and we do it for absolutely nothing. We do it out of the goodness of our own heart to entertain you. And the podcast is always going to be free. However, I've set up this little website just in case anybody wants to tip us. If you've maybe enjoyed the show so far, you can tip us I think the minimum you can tip is $5. But it just means that we can sort of keep doing this. I mean, I'm using equipment that is not really up to scratch for a podcast.
Really?
Yeah. Every single week we have issues. So I'm trying to make it the best podcast it can be. Try to make it sound really good. So any money that we do make from it is going towards equipment to try and keep this going, because we are enjoying it. You even admitted last night that you did enjoy doing it.
Yes.
You? And we want to keep it going as long as we can. So buymeacoffee.com/hitthewall or /hitthewallpod. Try both of them, and you'll see our little logo, and you can donate us a wee bit of money if you can. I know it's a hard time of year, Christmas coming up and everything like that, cost of living and all that sort of thing. If you can donate to us, it would be greatly appreciated. If you can't, then it's absolutely fine, but please, if you're not giving us any money, you can at least give us some listeners. But if you want
our children to have a nice Christmas... No, sorry.
No.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that. But, yeah, I mean, we do want a nice... We do want a nice Christmas. It's not just about the children sometimes.
We need a few bottles of Baileys.
don't have any Irish cream. So yeah, if you can do, great. If you can't, then please just share the podcast, get the word out, and get us more listeners. We're gonna make 1,000 by the end of the year, but we just need a little bit of help. So thank you for listening to this week's episode 11.
11.
Doing
that again.
Check that clip out online, YouTube. And we'll see you next week.
See you then.
Bye, Felicia.